welcome in to the Super Bowl LX pregame special. Wake up 502. Raashaan Myers, 96.1 FM, 1450 AM. Big X Sports Radio, being joined by the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. H to Izzo. Hey, Ben Harrington, forgive the technical difficulties we had going on earlier. We're doing the one-man mic today, y'all. We had some special things going on. But that's all right. We got it going on. We're getting you ready. We're counting you down. Seahawks, Patriots is going down here. Barnos on 3rd Street, right on the corner of 3rd and Market. It used to be known as Barnos by the Bridge. They have moved right across the street from the Spaghetti Factory. Come on out. Come on down. Get ready. It's going down tonight. You got to pick a side. Are you pro-Patriots? Are you pro-Seahawks? We're going to tell you what's going to happen, why it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, and just very, very excited to be here. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. Of course, we're here at Barnos, right here on 3rd and Market, getting ready for the Super Bowl between the greatness that is your favorite team, the Seattle Seahawks, Cam's favorite team, the New England Patriots. So we're excited about to go down. We got all sorts of dignitaries in the house. We got Dr. Kellum in the house from Louisville's Boxing Commission. Also, Blueprint 502 is here in the house. Jerry Hazard, Jay Haz, the man, the myth, the legend himself, one of the greatest radio announcers ever do the game. And my man, the greatest DJ, ever to grace, Baby Rays. And the Palm. I give you DJ Lil Carl's right here in the house. He got some gear for us, so we can look all lovely, look all spiffy, look all nice. We're excited, ready to go. We're going to talk about this greatness that is the Super Bowl, the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Almost all sports entertainment like it's WWE, but the greatest spectacle in all sports. About 130 million people tune in to watch this game against the vaunted Patriots. And you know what? Okay, look, I can't lie to you guys. I love you guys too much, buddy. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure how many people are actually really looking forward to the Patriots and Seahawks, but it's a Super Bowl. Vegas has Seattle at a 4.5-point favorite. So, we'll see what happens. And I think this game's going to be closer. Sam Darnold has played out of his mind during the playoffs, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Drake May, he's won every playoff. He's won all his first playoff games. The only quarterback to do that. Actually, only 2 quarterbacks to win all of their playoff games. Really? All their first 2 or 3 playoff games is the greatest of all time, Tom Brady. And the man who's always hurt, Captain Band-Aid himself, Joe Burrow from Cincinnati. Wow. So those are the 2 quarterbacks to win all their first playoff games, the first 2 playoff games outside of Drake May. But hey, so what do you think, man, about the matchup? Drake May, Sam Donaldson. I mean, this is like the brawl for all. Sam Donaldson's left for dead after the Jets. He got picked up by the Vikings, resurrected his career. Then the Vikings kicked him out for J.J. McCarthy. He ended up with the Seahawks, and now he's in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, and first of all, Sam Darnold, I'm not going to, I got to at least say his name, right? The man is playing in the Super Bowl. But Sam Darnold, yes, was excellent with the Minnesota Vikings last year. Had a great regular season, was an MVP candidate, was right there with, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, of course, who won the award. But was let go by the Vikings. And I thought that was very interesting that they wanted to lean into J.J. McCarthy. They thought McCarthy was going to be their savior, and they let Sam walk. And Sam walked right into a great situation in Seattle. Mike McDonald, the coach there, former Ravens defensive coordinator, took over 2 years ago. And what they've done is not short of outstanding. I mean, McDonald turned around the defense. Seattle went from a defense ranked outside the top 25 in the NFL, and they were the #1 rated defensive unit in the NFL this year, as you mentioned. And we know how good and how talented that Houston Texans defense was. Well, Seattle's was rated higher than theirs. So, when you talk about a guy completely changing the culture, completely changing the prospects for a program, I think Mike McDonald did a great job of that. I'm very excited to see what the Seahawks can do on this. They are unbelievably balanced. You know, of course, everybody talks about Sam Darnold because it's the quarterback position, but they are much more than just him. They are much more than just the defense. They have Jackson Smith and Jigwood, the young man that led the NFL in receptions, yards, touchdowns. Dude is a monster out there on the perimeter. He did win the NFL Offensive Player of the Year. They just announced that earlier this week. And JSN is what gets him started. But once again, he's not the only story. Kenneth Walker, the running back, dynamic, took over late in the season due to some injuries and things that kind of took the lead at the running back position. Kenneth Walker played great last week in the NFC Championship game against the Los Angeles Rams. So, I mean, I love the momentum that Seattle's taking into this game. They've been the best team all year. They've shown it. They've proven it. And, you know, the funny thing is, Hayden, the Patriots are like the little Seahawks because they pretty much did the exact same thing. They're like, well, they're built, you know, they're a team that turned around a defense that was terrible last year. They were 3-14 last year. This year, they're 14-3. So they kind of flipped the script, you know, very similar to what Seattle did. Their defense took a huge jump. They didn't jump as far as what the Seattle Seahawks did, but their team did jump defensively into the top 15, which was a commendable raise. Mike Vrabel, of course, coming over, you know, former Patriots player, of course, longtime Tennessee Titans coach. But to me, I'm just going to be honest with you. To me, I feel like the Patriots took advantage of a very manageable schedule. Go ahead.
I mean, okay, so you're so kind to say manageable schedule because we know it was like the weakest schedule in the NFL. I mean, manageable is being kind. It was literally the weakest schedule in the NFL. And when they got to the AFC Championship game, probably the best team in the AFC, a team that went on an 11-game win streak, your Denver Broncos, starting quarterback went out the game before.
Yeah.
So they were playing with their backup quarterback. The offense was a shadow of itself without Bo Nix.
Yeah.
So they played a very injured Broncos team in the NFC Championship game. Plus, the weather was horrible. So you can only score going in one direction because of the wind gusts, the snow, and everything else. So, yeah, they had kind of like everything laid out before them in order to just kind of walk in to the Super Bowl. I mean, Kansas City didn't make the playoffs for the first time in 10 years. The Ravens missed a chip shot field goal, which would have put them in the playoffs. The Bills went down before they got there. So everybody kind of just, all the top teams who are thinking about AFC just kind of all fell down before they got there. And they was able to get there. But you know what? Hey, all props to Patriots because you got to take advantage of the situation. Mm-hmm. And they took advantage of that situation. Drake May, his second year in the league, is playing absolutely phenomenal. He's having a great season. He's very, very efficient. The offense is very efficient. Like you said, the defense has turned things around. But once again, when you're playing such a soft schedule, it's just really hard to tell like how good your offense really is and how good your defense really is when you haven't been tested week in and week out like Seattle has.
Yeah, and I want to point out because people want to say, well, Raashaan, hey, what's the difference between Seattle, who was a team that had a very, you know, that didn't have a great schedule, didn't have a great record, so they played a lighter schedule this year compared to last. What's the difference? Why is Seattle considered so much better than the Patriots? I can answer that. While the Patriots played in the AFC North, or excuse me, the AFC East, which was one of the worst divisions in football. Yes, the Bills were there, but the Bills didn't have a Bills-type season. Everybody knows the struggles that Kansas City and Buffalo and the Ravens had this year. But not only did they, they took advantage of a weak division, and of course you play the worst teams in all the other divisions because you have the worst record. The difference with Seattle is Seattle played in the best division in football. Okay, you had the Rams. You had the 49ers. You know, you had a lot of high level, even the Cardinals weren't bad. So you're talking about, you know, Seattle going out there, having the best record in the NFL, playing in the best division in football. That's the biggest difference, is that we understand, we know how good this Seahawks team is because they've played against the best teams. To me, in my personal opinion, Haven, the way I looked at the AFC and NFC championship games last year, a lot like in, you know, years past, you know, back in the 90s, we used to say that the real championship game was the Cowboys and the 49ers. Whoever won that game between the Niners and the Cowboys was going to win the Super Bowl. You know, and I that's the way I felt about, you know, looking at the games last week. Now, of course, the Patriots have an opportunity. They have an opportunity to prove me wrong. They have an opportunity to go out there, put their best foot forward, and say, you know what, we do deserve to be here. Yes, we are good enough. Am I believing that? You know, if you listen to Wake Up 502 yesterday morning, you guys know, and I'll rehash and go more in depth on my reasoning behind it. But I do right now love Seattle going into this matchup. Last year, we were here at Vernos as well watching it. It's a great venue to watch the games. And when me and Jay Has were here last year, I told Jay coming into that game, I felt that even though, you know, Kansas City and Mahomes has the name, and, you know, Patrick Mahomes has done a lot of great things in this league, and he, you know, seems to be that heir apparent to Tom Brady, I felt that the Eagles were the much better team going into that Super Bowl. And lo and behold, what happened? You know, the Eagles absolutely dominated that game. And I just feel the same way right now when I look at these two teams play. If you pull up the tape from the AFC Championship game, you pull up the tape of the NFC Championship game, it looks like they're playing two different sports, honestly. I mean, just the athletes, the balance, the physicality, playmaking, everything just looked better. Like, Haven, do you feel with the Patriots going against a CJ Stroud that had what, four turnovers in their game? You know, in the divisional round, you go up against a Jared Stidham at quarterback in the AFC Championship game. I just don't know if this New England team has been tested. You know, since what? Playing the Bills in like week 16, week 15 of the regular season. I mean, am I wrong about that?
And in that game, they lost. They was up like, what, 24-3, and wound up losing that game in the fourth quarter to the Bills. So, and like you said, they have been tested. You know, everybody was excited to see what CJ Stroud and Houston's going to do because Houston had that great defense. It seemed like CJ Stroud was kind of finding his stride, but he had 4 picks in the first half. The game was still close. The game wasn't a blowout. He had like 4 interceptions. Normally at that point, it should have been a blowout, but you know, Houston with that great defense still find some ways to manufacture enough offense to make it competitive. But man, you know, that was just such an easy road. Whereas you look at the Seahawks, like you said, in championship game, they played the Rams in a battle, back and forth game. 2 high-powered offenses going against each other, 2 great defenses going against each other. You know, 2 proven, experienced quarterbacks going against each other, and Seattle prevailed, and they just look like the better team. It looks like they weren't even playing the same sports. Now, granted, I will say this in the Patriots' defense. When you look at the AFC Championship game, the weather was horrendous. The weather was horrible. They could only throw the ball literally going in one direction because you have 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts blowing in the opposite direction. So you can only score going on, you know, you had 2 quarters in which to score, not a whole, you know, full 4 quarters. And it was a tough game, but they managed to win. But once again, I mean, they went against Jared Stidham. He was horrible. He was like beyond horrible. It was just the Broncos had a decent defense. They had no offense. They couldn't generate no kind of points. So you know, we'll see. We'll see. And right now, I know a lot of people think the Super Bowl is going to be close, and I get it. It's a Super Bowl. You're going to get everybody's best hit, everybody's best punch. Everybody's coming out there. There's really not a lot of injuries going into the game. Those Sam Darnold, I know he had a sternum injury that he played through the last 2 weeks, but he had 2 weeks to heal, so he should be a little bit better. So I'm interested to see that. What I'm also interested to see is what everybody else is interested to see as well, which is the ratings on a halftime show. I just want to see how many people are actually going to tune out a Bad Bunny show to watch the Great American, what's the Great American Show or the greatest white show on earth? I don't know. But whatever they got, whatever Turning Point USA has going on with Kid Rock, whatever white artists they could find that, that wants to hang out with Kid Rock on the Great American Bash, whatever we're going to call it, or whatever Turning Point USA. That's actually going to be the real story of the Super Bowl.
Hey, you know what's funny about that is this is probably the first time in the history of the Super Bowl that the halftime show is getting more publicity than the game on the field. With the two teams on the field, people want to talk about, who's going to watch Bad Bunny, who's going to watch the Kid Rock. And from what I heard, I thought that there was a lot of people that the artists dropped out of the Kid Rock show. I heard that, with all the controversy this week, with certain videos that went public that weren't supposed to. I heard that there was a lot of artists that dropped out of that. So it is very interesting. This is the weird. I will say that this feels like the weirdest Super Bowl ever. It's just very odd. The teams are odd. You have two quarterbacks that aren't household names that the public in general doesn't really gravitate towards. I don't feel like there's, when you say Drake May and you say Sam Darnold, you're talking about just two very sanitary choices. Like they don't make you feel anything. Like they're just very mayonnaise. It's just very, very just boring. It's very boring. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's very boring. Like they're two very boring quarterbacks playing fundamental styles, and they are very similar styles. Like they are both teams that don't, they want to lean behind being physical. They want to lean behind their running game and their defense. They want to be meticulous. They're not a greatest show on turf like the Rams. They're not going to go out there and spread it out. You don't have like a Hall of Fame quarterback. You don't have like an elite superstar running back. You don't have any of that. So
I mean, lack of star power. It's a total lack. It's not a total lack, but it's just a lack of star power in this NFL. It's not that name that like that one guy, whether it's the 49ers have McCaffrey or the Cowboys have Dak Prescott. I don't think the Raiders have it. So thank God they didn't make it. I don't think they have anybody nobody cares about. But, it's like even CJ Stroud was kind of like a name that people kind of get excited about.
Hey, the Raiders are not half Fernando Mendoza, so
it's the Raiders. And they have to prove they actually draft somebody besides a quarterback that can run a wide receiver that can run a 4.3 that's like 6'5". Because it's the Raiders. We don't know what they're going to do. But, it's just missing that star power. Even though Drake May is a young quarterback, and normally guys get excited to see young quarterbacks like Caleb Williams, Chicago. Everybody's excited about him. Everybody's talking about C.J. Stroud. Everybody's talking about some of these other quarterbacks that are in the playoffs. Nobody's really excited about Sam Darnold and Drake May. I think, the time that Sam Darnold spent at the Jets, I think kind of really marred his career. And then, even though he kind of resurrected himself with the Vikings, people still kind of put that label on as the guy who can't win the big game. He can't get to the playoffs and win through the playoffs. He's just not that guy, which is why the Vikings found it so easy to cut him and go with another unproven quarterback in J.J. McCarthy. But, that's okay. Now he's with Seattle. He's winning. He's at the Super Bowl. But that stigma, the funk of the Jets is still on him, and he can't get it off. And Drake May, he plays for a very uninspiring Patriots team. And so you kind of have like the battle of two Matt guys on two Matt teams without like any like superstars. Yes, the star quarterback, star wide receiver with Seattle, but it's just still not that driving star power that some other teams had in the league. And it's kind of, to me, just kind of bring the energy down to Super Bowl. Everybody's, like I said, still excited to see the commercials. They're still excited to see the halftime. And hopefully this game can kind of be like the NFC Championship game, where it was back and forth, a great game with great plays and coming down to the wire, and become an all-time classic, and make one of these guys. And this, to me, this is like the true storyline of the game. Sam Darnold get rid of the funk of the Jets or will this make Drake May into a household name? Because remember, when that Patriots first won the Super Bowl with Tom Brady was a well-known, he had a great season, but people didn't think he was like all that great. Boy, he had that comeback win when John Madden didn't think, that they could have this comeback with a minute 21 seconds left to go in the game. They had the ball on the 20-yard line going against the I believe it was the Giants. No, it was the Patriots and was it the Giants? They were going against their first Super Bowl?
Yes.
The Giants, and they didn't think they could do it. And and John Madden was like, "Hey, you know what? Pump your brakes, play for overtime. You need to play for overtime." But they didn't. Tom Brady led his team down. Adam Vinatieri kicked the game-winning 44-yard field goal to win a Super Bowl. He won in 2017, and that submitted Tom Brady as this is going to be a great quarterback. Can Sam Darnold get rid of the funk of the Jets? And can Drake May become the next big name in NFL by beating a great defense in Seattle?
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting because when you talk about the parallels between, people always want to try to assign, of course, with having the shadow of Tom Brady, they want to say where Drake May is the building towards the next Tom Brady, quote unquote. It is interesting, the parallels, because Tom Brady wasn't Tom Brady when he won that first Super Bowl. He was a game manager. That team was about their defense. That team was about keeping it low scoring and then making the plays close in a close game in the fourth quarter to get it done. And that's the way that this Patriots team is going to play. I mean, when you look at the struggles that Drake May and the offense had versus that, we talked about earlier, the Texans defense. Texans defense dominated that game. Drake May looked out of sorts, got sacked multiple times. They did not move the ball much at all. And honestly, if it was not for C.J. Stroud turning the ball over and just gifting field position and points, the Patriots probably lose that game, honestly. I think that it's going to be, Drake May is going to have to come out and make multiple plays. Stephon Diggs is going to have to make some big catches. There's going to have to be significant action and significant plays made to make it happen, to have that opportunity. If the Patriots are going to get it done. But I don't think that New England can win a shootout. The defense is going to have to play well. They're going to have to be timely, move the ball in third downs. They're going to have to control the clock. They're going to want to do everything they can to manage this game, because if Seattle comes out and gets, say, 2 touchdowns early, 14-3 at the end of the first quarter, Haven, I think the route could be on, because at that point you're having to, throw the ball more, which means you're going to expose Drake May to a lot of, hits and a lot of, opportunities to throw interceptions and, sacks. So they're going to have to find a way to force some punts, keep Seattle's offense off the field, and really control this game. That's going to be the only way that I can see getting it done. What do you think about that?
I think John Bon Jovi still to go. He's still to go. Look at him out there. Look at him. You got Chris Pratt screaming and breaking out your Seattle Seahawks.
Is that John Bon Jovi or who's the trainer, the horse trainer? Bob Baffert.
Oh, Bob Baffert's dead. I hope that's not Bob Baffert out there. The ghost of Bob Baffert here at the Super Bowl. Babe, also joined over here by my big friend over here, DJ Lil Carl. We got on a live stream over here. Man, look at all those people talking in when it comes to see Lil Carl at Bear Nose on 3rd and Market. Come and check us out. Bear Nose. Bear Nose. Check us out. Bear Nose. 3rd and Market. Come hang out with us. Come watch Super Bowl. Come buy me a birthday drink. All you guys out there listening.
Birthday, man.
Thank you, man. Look, he didn't even know it's my birthday and still brought me something.
Yeah.
That's my man right here. That's my man. Yeah. Man, so tell us about it, man. What you up to? What you doing these days? What's going on?
Well, first off, we want to thank God, man, and I want to thank y'all for bringing me out today for this Super Bowl pregame show. I got a lot going on, man. Like I said, got the feeling myself, movement going on. My DJing is going crazy right now, with the older crowd. and it's just keeping it moving, man.
Oh, I got to stop you.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, man, it can't be called older crowd.
Okay.
Everybody knows you're going sexy. With a going sexy crowd, that's the older crowd.
Yeah.
I ain't that old yet.
Yeah.
I can still drop like a salt on which one need. Continue.
Okay. Once again, happy birthday anyway. Shout out to 96.1 right up there, man. We live and live in color right here at Furnos. We in the market, man. So make sure y'all come out. We got like TVs everywhere around here. Like everywhere you look around, you get some TV. But yeah, man, just staying consistent with the music, you know what I'm saying, with the movement, you know, we got the dance, you know, the feeling myself dance, the do your own dance, you know what I'm saying, just trying to make the city bop again, just bring life to the city, and just make the city just feel good, and just bop, it's dance, you know, we got our movement in the city is different from anybody else's, you know what I'm saying? So
Word.
we got a different movement when it comes to Louisville, Kentucky, man. Our swag is different. So when we bop, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just here, man. And the Super Bowl's playing in San Francisco. I'm a San Francisco fan. I'm picking tonight. I'm picking because I'm an NFC guy.
Okay.
I'm a San Francisco fan, so I'm roll with Seattle.
Whoa, Raashaan. My man's keeping strong, man. You know, you talk about like the music legacy of Louisville. I'm a little older than you, I'm imagining. Okay. I was back in high school. Louisville had the biggest beef with Memphis about who came out the gangster walk first.
Oh,
and everybody knows we had the gangster walk first. Okay, everybody says we had the gangster walk first. We had the dance first. And my man's gonna bring that swag back.
Swag it back.
He's gonna bring it back. Y'all remember the gangster walk? The song was hype.
Yes.
We shut everything down.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you. But a little thing to bring back memories. But man, you know, it's good to know, man, that you're picking Seattle.
Yeah.
You have a score, a point spread.
Okay. I'm gonna go. This is gonna be a low scoring game. So I'm gonna go Seattle 27-13. 27-13. And I want to give a shout out to my pops, man, the legendary Disco King Carl Rogers. That is my pops, man. I'm Bill Carl. So I just want to give out shout out to my pops, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it's an old school section, you know what I'm saying? All the way back from Broadway Roller Ring, you know what I'm saying? It's a family.
That's your pops?
It's my daddy, yes, sir.
Oh,
I'm Bill
wow.
Carl. Yes, sir. I'm Bill Carl. So I just want to give a shout out to my pops, man, for, you know, allowing me to be who I am today, the man I am today. Just give me that, you know what I'm saying, that blessing and that talent to what I do today. Yes, sir.
Man, Broadway Roller man takes me back.
Yeah, that's my dad. Yes.
Man, I did not, man, see, Lou was like this big.
Yeah.
Like literally this big. You never to run into. Dr. Myers, 8 minutes to go. What you got?
Okay, so yeah, we're counting down. We're getting you ready. You know what I'm saying? For the kickoff.
Okay.
I'm feeling the green and blue. I'm feeling the green and blue and silver and whatever else the Seahawks have in their color scheme. But I feel like we're going to see a show tonight. And Haven, the beatdown of this game could be reminiscent of when the Patriots went to the Super Bowl with Tony Eason back in the day when they faced the monsters in the Midway, the Chicago Bears.
You were way
Y'all remember what happened at Super Bowl to the Patriots?
like 55-14?
Yes, sir. Like, I feel that right now, I love what Seattle's doing. I love their balance. I love their just discipline. They're a very disciplined football team. They take care of the ball. They don't turn it over. They have playmakers in the passing game. We talked about JSN, Jackson Smith, and Jigba, but don't forget they got Cooper Kupp as well.
Yeah,
a former Triple Crown winner as a wide receiver himself. You know, this is definitely not a one-trick pony. This is a team that's balanced. They're smart. They have playmakers at the tight end position. Kenneth Walker is an excellent receiver out of the backfield. This Patriots defense has played better, and they played well, but I think that a lot of what the Patriots have done defensively has been more based on the fact that the teams that they played just haven't been that good, honestly. So I think that's kind of bolstered their numbers a little bit. So I do. I think that they're going to have a lot of issues with the balance of this Seahawks team. I expect for Jackson Smith and Jigba to get involved early, have a big play down the field, and I think Seattle's going to get off to a hot start. And like we talked about, Haven, if they get behind, if the Patriots get behind, I just don't think they can win this game on the arm of Drake May.
Right.
So
hold on. What about? Let me ask you this.
Yes.
What about Drake legs? Because you know he's a scrambler.
Yeah.
And you know he led the league in rushing yards this year over Lamar Jackson. So what do you think about his legs to come in a part of this game tonight?
No, I mean that's a great point because I think that Drake's going to have to run. They're going to have to convert third downs.
Right.
Like that's going to be the only way that the Patriots can stay in this game. Him using his legs on third down, being able to get completions like 3rd and 4. If the Patriots can get into 3rd and short, 3rd and 4 or less, completing those and being able to move the sticks and keep the game slowed down. I think the only way that they're going to be able to stay in this game is if they can keep that Seattle offense on sides.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be the whole thing. Run the clock down, run the clock. You have Stevenson, very physical running back. He's been playing very well for New England down the stretch of the season. They're going to have to lean on him today. But you're going up against the #1 defense in the NFL. And that's the thing. And watching how much of a struggle they had against the Texans defensive unit, like, I don't think Seattle necessarily has the athletes that Houston has. Like, Houston had an extremely athletic defensive front. Like, most teams don't do that. What Seattle does is more just based on scheme. They're very disciplined in the tackle. They tackle well. They don't miss tackles. They have very physical guys in the secondary. Everybody loves to hit. And that's where it's going to come down to Drake May being able to use his speed on third down, being able to get those balls, pass those balls in very small windows and get those conversions. If they can do that, they got a shot. But I'm not.
Give us the score.
I'm not expecting it. So I told you guys the score on Wake Up 502 yesterday morning. I'm actually updating the score a little bit. Give me Seattle. I think Seattle's going to win this game 42-14.
Hey.
42-14. I think it's going to be a beat down.
That many
points. Yeah. I just think that this is going to get what the issue is going to be is that once New England gets behind and they start asking Drake May to pass them back into the game, that's your ass, Mr. Postman.
That's your ass, Mr. Postman.
Man, that's going to be hard to follow up. Then my man over here, your son, Cam, told me that this is going to be all about the Patriots. He told me it's going to be Mike Vrabel becoming the first coach in NFL history, the first coach in NFL history to be a coach and win a Super Bowl as a coach and a player. Cam promised it. Said it's going to happen. He said Drake May's that guy. Drake May is that guy. He's sneaky athletic. He's going to be able to run. He's going to confuse the great defensive scheme of Seattle. They're going to slide some guys behind coverage, and they're going to score. And he told me the Patriots are going to win 35-22.
35-7. 35-7.
35-7
They get one touchdown.
I disagree. I think there's way too much offense going on with your Seattle Seahawks. Way too much offensive firepower. I think they're battle tested. They're ready to go. Give me Seattle 35-28. It's going to be close. I think it's going to be closer than people think. I think Seattle's going to come to play. I think the Patriots going to come to play. I think Drake's going to prove to people that he's the real deal. He's not some flash in hand. He's not the Mitch Trubisky that came out of North Carolina. He's the real deal that came out of North Carolina. There we go. But Seattle gets it done. They win their second Super Bowl. Everybody's happy. It's like we're joined by another guest here at the. It's like come on over. Oh, you know what? She's in conversation, so we'll get to them a little bit later. I see we got Jay Harris over here representing the Cleveland Browns, number 13. Turn around. Let's see that. Let's see back on jersey. Look at that. Look at that, Beckham.
Don't play with him for 15 seconds.
He played for. Now you know the only Cleveland Browns jersey that you should ever have is Jim Brown, the greatest of all the Cleveland Browns. You know what, Jim Brown? I give you Frank Minifield, and I also give you Bernie Kosar. Those like the only three acceptable like Browns jerseys you ever had.
There.
And that's real. And that's real. All right, you know what? We can't end this live stream just yet because we're going to interview this next guest. But she's right now selling stuff to the table next door. So the place is packed. We want you to come out here and join us, have fun, hang out, eat some great pizza. I'm about to tell.
Got the Louisville Legends wall over.
Got the Louisville Legends wall with Phil Simms, with Tom Jackson, Artist Gilmore, the Dr. Duncanstein himself.
Dan Issel.
Got Dan Issel from the ABA. We got Bridgewater. We got Branch. We got Lamar Jackson, Paul Horning, the great one himself from Portland, in Louisville, Kentucky, West End from Portland, doing it big.
Nice.
And we have
Howard Schnellenberger.
Howard Stellenberg over there, Johnny Yu, Johnny Unitas, and Joe Jacoby.
They got Daryl Griffith over there.
And got Daryl Griffith's jerseys over there. You know, I've met everybody on this wall, including Mark Layton.
Wow.
So yes, I met Stellenberger, Horning, Jack. Yeah, I've met everybody on this wall at least once.
Wow.
So there we go. There we go.
All right.
You know what? We have another interview to go before kickoff. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, right here.
Sit on down. Absolutely. There we go.
This is the legend himself. This is the guy that made everything happen. We're in his beautiful establishment here at Barano's on 3rd and Mark. To join us. Man, tell us everything got going on here in Barano's.
Well, today on Super Bowl Sunday, we got a lot of carry out and delivery happening, and we're hoping to have a lot of people come in here and watch the game. But yeah, we got some fun. We got a full bar here with the beer, wine, and liquor, and then we also obviously we have the pizza, the wings, pasta, salad, sandwiches, so we have it all available. This week, you guys cards. The men are playing tomorrow night against NC State at 7:00. So stop on by before the game, and then on Thursday night, the lady cards are playing at 7:00. So we got two big games this week. We're looking forward to big crowds before the games, and love to invite everybody to come down. And we have our Louisville legends on the wall. So not only can you enjoy great food and drink, but you can learn about famous Louisvillians here throughout the restaurant. So we're really proud of that and like people to come down and check that out.
No, I love it. I love Louisville Legends Wall. That's what jumped out to me. When I walked back here, I was like, oh, wow. Like when we came last year, we were up front. I didn't come back and see the room. But this is really cool. I love all the jerseys, the ambiance. And like I said, there are TVs everywhere. Definitely appreciate you allowing Wake Up 502's crew and 96.1 FM to come out and be a part of it. I am by here all the time since I had not been to this new spot until Super Bowl last year. But since then, I've been back. I love it. Appreciate everything that Barano's does. We have worked with Barano's even by the bridge. We've had our what was that, anniversary?
Yeah.
We did, where was that? When was that? That was what, 11th, 10th, 11th anniversary? 10th. So we have worked with Barano's for a long time. So just definitely appreciate you. Anything that we can do, if you ever have any events going on that you want to publicize, please come on the radio show. We're on every Saturday morning, 9 to 11. So definitely just wanted to say thank you so much for everything.
Thank you guys for being here today, and everybody enjoy the Super Bowl. Go Seattle.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Georgetown. Monday night, Louisville, NC State. Come meet us down here before the game.
Yes.
Have a couple of drinks with us.
Yes.
Matter of fact, buy us a couple of drinks. We'll all go to the game together, have fun. It's going to be a great game. Louisville, NC State. Another quad one opportunity for Louisville to get. We need all the quad one victories we can get. NC State's going to be a tough team. We got the coin toss going on now. We got Jay Hass coming over here supporting the Browns. Come over here, Jay. Support the Browns with us.
Yeah, get in.
That's right. Get in. See the last couple of words before we get started, sir.
Oh, yeah. Want to thank everybody for hanging out. Wake Up 502 Sports Show. My name is Jay Hass.
I didn't know the sun moved inside.
But listen there, sir.
Like so much.
Hey, sir, knows what I do, man. Hey, you would see the comedy show yesterday. You see everybody with shades on there, like, doing what they do. You know what I mean? But anyway, back to what I do. That's what I do, and not the thing. Anyway, thanks for joining us tonight. I want to thank you guys. You still come out. I got some shirts. My main man, Carl, man. That song was the shirt. The song came from Joe. I got some shirts that Carl got, and Raashaan can't fit none. But thank you. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. But anyway, but by the way, we want to show our support and love to the community, and want to thank George for inviting to the Baddest Sports Show. We got a lot of big events coming up, baby. A lot of big things coming up, huge. And, but anyway, long story short, hey man, I tell you what, I really don't care who wins or not wins this game. My team's not in it, but I will say New England by 15.
Ooh, wow.
15. They're much faster. See, I was much faster and quicker for real, actually. But tomorrow night, I got to say this: Whiteout, Louisville, North Carolina State, 7 p.m. on ESPN. Big time. Whiteout. I will be in the box, be in the building. Me, Raashaan, and of course yourself. You haven't been there quite some time, Haven.
I will be there tomorrow.
Tomorrow night. Haven is celebrating his 50-something birthday today.
52nd.
Y'all come and show him some love.
No Greg's here.
You getting that, sir? Boy, I'm telling you, man. Tuesday night, Simmons College of Kentucky basketball's going down. I'm going to get PA guys. Man, I love what I do, man. That looks like man. Basketball. More games for the league.
Oh, look at it.
But man, anyway, man.
It's like from Tommy Tom Jr. over here.
All right, we got Rose with all the desserts and things. And she got, hey, man, she does what she does. She always follows us, always showing her love. I love Miss Rose. Let's bring her to the forefront. She got to go on. Go ahead, Rose.
Go back to some more cheers. I love it.
How you doing, Miss Rose?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing great, but tell us a little bit about what you do here.
So I own a brewery business here in Louisville. I've been in business for 3 years. It was actually my 3 years on the first of this month. So I started doing chocolate covered strawberries, and then I branched out. Now I do candied fruit, cheesecakes, puddings, anything but cakes. I do cakes. Don't look at me. But we do a lot of events back in the community. I was on the radio station with Raashaan a couple weeks ago, maybe like 2 months ago. I was on a Hot Wheels for the homeless event, and now we have a community baby shower coming up in April 18th. Yeah, I just do a lot of stuff. I make a lot of treats. I work a lot, and this is my 3rd radio station with John's.
There we go. There we go. So where do people get your treats or your treats from?
It's Rose by Rose on all social platforms. Rose is spelled with a Z on everything.
Okay, you can spell it just in case.
FROZEBYROZ. Because you ain't been pros till you've been pros by Rose.
I like it. Like the tagline. It's all social media. So Instagram, got your TikTok, got your Facebook. It's ready to go.
Yep.
They can contact you there.
Yep.
You have an email like that,
Rosebyrose@gmail.com.
Hey, there we go. Any last words before we go?
Yeah, it's time to get the kickoff. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much, Rose. Thanks everybody for coming out. DJ Lil Carl. Thanks so much once again to Barnos on 3rd and Market for hosting us for this. Come on out, right on the corner of 3rd and Market, right across from Old Spaghetti Factory. Lots of TVs. It's going to be awesome. Watch the game. Figure out what halftime show we're gonna watch, and everything else. What color is the Gatorade gonna be that they splash the winning coach with? Any guesses on that, David Hanson?
It's green.
Agreed, because the Seattle Seahawks are winning it. This is Raashaan Myers for Wake Up 502. Make sure you go visit all of our great sponsors. Shout out to the Feet First store in Jeffersonville, Indiana. Thanks so much to Chris Cannon and what those guys do as well. This is Raashaan Myers, Wake Up 502, 96.1 FM, 1450 AM, Big X Sports Radio. Enjoy the Super Bowl, y'all.
And
All right.